Hello, everybody. We're doing some more 999. I don't know. We have 4 endings to go, is my understanding. I don't know where this is gonna go. Yeah, I guess this is where we gotta go. Yeah, we'll resume from here. Oh, okay. Make sure the game audio is audible. It is, okay. Okay. Bro, my ring light keeps like dying. I don't really know what the fuck is happening, but every time I go to grab my drink, I like bump something and it turns off. So, as we remember last time, we took the 3-door, and that led us down to here, to the yellow sub ending, where everyone gets stabbed. But I'm fairly certain that, just noticed there's actually only 5 endings here, but there's 6 on the screen. So maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it was 6, whatever. Anyway, everyone gets stabbed, but I was pretty sure it was Ace. And then that was confirmed when we did the Zero Lost ending. So, instead of going and being a simp for June, we went along, saw the 9th man's body, came through here. I don't remember what we did here, but I'm sure it was something. And here is where we learned about Snake. The Snake has a prosthetic arm, and also that when we learned about prosopagnosia, which is the inability to recognize people by their faces. Then in one of these, you learn about... Fuck. Okay, this one you... Wait, hold on. I'm trying to recap what I went through already. Okay, engine room. This was the rats experiment. And then cargo room was where you learned 1, that Ace is the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals, and 2, that he probably has prosopagnosia, which unlocks this, where you're like, hey, Ace, are you a bad person? And he's like, why don't you ask this gun? And then he takes Lotus hostage, and then you chase him past the 9 doors, find out that Snake can just fake his armband thing, and then Snake kills him by holding him in an incinerator, and then I don't know what happens to Lotus and 7, but June disappears and Snake is nowhere to be found as well. So that's what we did last time. So this time we're gonna go through the 8 door. And we're gonna skip this until we get to the choice. Ace decides to put himself to sleep, to sacrifice himself so everyone may survive. Because he's just such a nice guy. Right, guys? Right?
I think I'm gonna go with door 7.
Okay, 7 it is.
Yeah.
All right then. That means June's got to go through 8.
What? Why?
What?
Santa grimaced and muttered angrily to himself, but finally began to explain.
If the 6 of us are gonna keep going without leaving anyone behind, there are only 3 ways we can do it.
Plan A.
Have 3, 5, and 8 go through 7, and 4, 6, and 7 go through 8.
Plan B.
4, 5, and 7 go through 7, and 3, 6, and 8 go through 8.
Plan C.
Or 3, 6, and 7 go through 7, and 4, 5, and 8 get 8. There are no other combinations. In other words, 3 and 4 and 7 and 8 can never go through the same doors. You get it now?
No, because neither of those are our numbers. As Santa finished, June looked over at Junpei, tears welling up at the corners of her eyes.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You're saying we aren't gonna see each other again for a long time.
Junpei felt just as June did. He wanted to be at her side through whatever trials they were preparing to face. But he knew if they were to survive, he had to swallow his feelings. In order for the 6 of them to move forward, he and June had to be separated. He looked at June. He was scared to lose her, but he swallowed, steeled his resolve, and did his best to smile.
Hey, come on. You're making it sound like we're never gonna see each other again. We gotta split up, but only for a while. This is just like when we went into the 4 and 5 doors, remember? We got split up then too, but we all met back up.
Oh. So I take it... Okay, so the green line, in fact, decided to go through that. That's interesting. I'm wondering if it's because all of the keys were unlocked, and in order to unlock this key, you have to go through these. Could be.
I'll bet 7 and 8 are just like that.
You mean they're connected somewhere?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
She didn't sound very hopeful. It was 7 that interjected.
I'm sure they're gonna connect somewhere.
Why? What makes you think so?
If they don't, then neither team can get through door 9. In other words, the game would end right here. Zero's been on top of his shit so far. I don't think he'd blow it now. I'm damn sure that son of a bitch wants to have his fun as long as possible.
That's fair.
He's not gonna end this game until we get through the 9 door.
June said nothing. The tears were gone, but her eyes were still sad as they looked at Junpei. He met them, and with what reassurance he could manage, laid his hand gently on her shoulder.
Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna see each other again. I promise.
They would not, in fact, see each other again. June bit her lip and gave him an almost imperceptible nod.
Yes. Promise?
Her voice was barely above a whisper. Santa's voice shattered the moment.
You guys are done, right?
He stretched and continued.
Anyway, that's pretty much it. Clover and I will both go into separate groups. I figure I'll take 8 and Clover can take 7. Any problems with that, Clover?
Clover looked away and was silent for a moment.
Whatever.
It was more of a dismissal than an agreement, but Santa didn't seem to care.
All right, we're ready to go then. Let's move.
At Santa's command, the group split and headed for their respective doors. Clover, 7, and Junpei walked towards door 7. Santa, Lotus, and June headed for door 8. For a long moment, they stood in front of the door. 7 took a deep breath.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go.
Oh, so Clover comes with us no matter what, because she came with on the 8 screen as well, or on the 8 door. I'd like to replace the Find the Dead music with the Hurry Up music from
It's
Final
open.
Fantasy VII. Just because. Narrow hallway stretched out before them. Sorry. 7 and Clover leapt through the door.
Let's do this!
Hurry!
The moment they did, their bracelets beeped. The detonators in the bracelets had been activated. I apologize for eating on stream. But literally, I got off work, grabbed my food, and came up here. My job is awful. I'm sorry. Junpei stepped forward to follow them, but as he was about to step over the threshold, he stopped. He looked to his right, towards door 8. June stood there, a mirror image of Junpei. She turned and looked toward him. Their eyes met. They nodded.
Jumpy.
Their farewell took almost 1.5
What the hell are
seconds.
you doing, Junpei?
Then someone took hold of Junpei's arms and hauled him bodily through the door. He heard the sound of the numbered door slam shut behind him. His bracelet gave a cold electronic beep.
Only 81 seconds left. No time to waste, guys. Let's get moving.
Seven led the way down the hallway. Junpei and Clover followed him as fast as they could. After what seemed like far more than 81 seconds, they reached the end of the hall.
The door on the left. I can see the dad.
There was no time to rest or catch their breath. All three slammed their hands in quick succession over the scanner panel on the dead. Still trying to catch his breath, Seven leaned heavily against the wall.
It stopped. It stopped.
His smile seemed forced and a little crooked.
This is the second time we've gone through one of these numbered doors, but whew, you never really get used to it.
He stood up straight, no longer out of breath, and wiped some of the sweat from his head and neck. Clover smirked at him.
I would have thought a guy your size would have bigger balls than that.
Damn! Damn, Clover. Savage.
What? What the hell did you just say? Say it again! I dare you!
You have no...
You little... You wanna die?
I'd like to see you try.
Fucking brat. Alright, let's go!
Oh, fuck.
Hey, calm down, guys. This isn't the time for this.
Is this what it was like with Lotus? Jesus Christ. What the fuck was that? Just sounded like something vibrated on the other side of my desk, but there's nothing there. Besides my diploma, a 3D printed figure I made, and a Master Chief figure. What? No, I just heard it again. Are you vibrating? No. I should plug you in. That's weird. Anyway.
It's not gonna do us any good.
Gosh. Junpei sighed. Sometimes he wondered if the doors and the puzzles were really the greatest challenge they faced.
Wait here for a minute, alright? I'm gonna go see if there are any other doors.
They didn't respond, but Junpei wasn't in the mood for a conversation anyway.
We just came through this door. And of course it's shut tight.
Yeah, that's how the fucking doors work, Junpei.
There's a short hallway on the left here, and an iron wall. I doubt I can get through it.
At last, he gave up and returned to Seven, who was tapping lightly on the wooden door.
This door's the only option we've got, right?
Yeah, looks like it.
Hey, something's written on the door.
I think you'll find that there isn't.
On that iron plate.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It says operating room.
Oh, good.
If this thing's telling the truth, there could be body parts inside here.
Well, this is probably not going to be pleasant.
Something about it made Junpei feel nervous.
Well, there's no point to standing around. Might as well go in and see what's waiting for us.
Okay. Seven grabbed the brass knob and slowly opened the door. Didn't the other one say operating room too? I swear it did. The creak of the hinge sounded like the groan of an old woman.
What's wrong?
No, it's nothing.
A chill snaked its way down Junpei's spine.
Let's just go.
My apologies. Quickly, he gathered what courage he could and took the first step into the room. Seven followed with Clover right behind him.
Huh?
Part of the room just past the door was obscured by a screen.
What the hell is this?
Why don't we take a look?
Hey, Clover.
Clover's curiosity got the better of her, and she darted past Junpei to peer around the screen. Her scream nearly blew out Junpei's eardrums.
Clover!
He and Seven ran toward Clover to see what had frightened
what's
her.
wrong?
They rounded the screen, and the cause of her outburst was immediately clear.
What the hell is this?
That is a mannequin.
Is this a corpse?
It was something that looked kind of like a human lying across some sort of bed. No, not a bed, an operating table. Bold. The table sat on a rusty steel lift, and a cluster of bright operating lights shone down from it on the ceiling. On it from the
we
ceiling.
should probably take a closer look.
Yeah.
Slowly they approached. As they got closer to the body, it became clear that it wasn't a body at all.
What the hell? That's just a huge doll or something.
Doll?
Clover did not look terribly comforted. Slowly, she approached the operating table and looked as intently as possible, from as far away as possible, at the thing. Junpei could see her
You're
relax.
Right. It's only a doll. Man, it really scared me.
She heaved a great sigh of relief and wiped a few drops of sweat from her forehead. Seven smirked.
Well, I guess it would have been weird if you actually had any balls.
Shut it! Don't you start with me, fatty.
Whoa!
Oh, what's this? You want a piece of me, short stuff?
Yeah, bring it on, you whale!
Hey, guys, not again, okay? Seriously, knock it off.
Seriously, guys. So unprofessional. Jeez.
Anyway,
I'm sorry.
looks like he's got something the two of you could stand to have a little more of.
It certainly isn't balls.
I'm talking about a heart.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Oh, this? You mean on his chest?
Yeah.
It was set a little higher than normal for a human body, but from the shape of the organ, there could be no doubt that it was a heart.
Why would there be a heart in a doll?
I don't think it's a doll.
You think maybe it's like a medical mannequin or something?
Or maybe it's got more personal uses?
7. There are no sexual organs on the doll. Please do not the doll. I repeat, what the fuck? Do not the doll. 7's grid was more than a little perverted. Dude, there's like a 12-year-old next to you. Can you chill the fuck out? I know she's an adult, actually, but, like, Clover glared at him.
Anyway, how about we take a look around this place? Let's go.
Okay.
Sure thing.
Badoo, 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 badoo. Seek a way out. These dolls are really kind of creepy, you know? Hey, it says something here. John? You think that's this doll's name? Maybe. This thing is creepy. I wonder why it's on the bed. Hey, I wonder what this thing is. It says kilograms on the display. Think maybe it's a scale? Are we gonna have to find a feather? Oh. Another medical mannequin? From the looks of it, this one's a chick. She has a name too, Lucy. Poor thing. Looks like Miss Lucy only has a head and a left arm. Maybe we're supposed to gather all her parts? There's some kind of device attached to the bed. It says kilograms on the panel. Is this a scale? Okay. They use these for surgery, right? Let's see. Syringes, cups, a plate. There's a sort of scissor-ish thingy. Yeah, we're gonna take that. The kosher forceps. I don't like that they're covered in blood. What's this thing? It's got these short iron legs. Maybe it's a heater? There's nothing inside it. Fake chest. Maybe you're supposed to heat something like that gauze to kill the bacteria? There's a boiling thingy over there. There's nothing on the lid or in the drawers. A lot of different kinds of medications. Hard to tell them apart. The drawer is empty. Yeah, nothing there. I wonder if this is maybe a dumb thing. I'm not sure. But I wonder if this is where Ace got the medicine from. I guess it could have just been in one of the rooms. But I don't know. There's nothing on the lower shelf. Well, you'll find, Junpei, that that is in fact a cupboard. Looks like it's locked. Guess we're gonna need a key for this one. And I assume that's where we came from, so... It's locked. We can probably find the key if we just look some more. Let's look somewhere else. Medical mannequin with its guts showing. Ew, gross. Hey, Junpei. There's a slit in this thing's chest. Yeah, sure is. There's something in there. Maybe we can get it out. Ugh, damn it. This stinking thing won't budge. It's stuck. Well, I guess you can't use force on this one then. We need something small that can fit into that little hole. Fake organ. Organ is Oregon. Ridley Clover, I expected more from you. Oh, like you could do better. Scalpel. None of this other stuff looks useful. Yeah, it's all pretty rusty. I don't know, those look pretty useful. Apparently his name is John. Operating table. Do you think old operating tables look like this? I have no idea. This bed doesn't look very comfortable. Lucy's head and left arm are sitting on the bed. Maybe something will happen if we gather all of her body parts. I mean, yeah, maybe. If you have one of them. Whole bunch of bottles on the shelf. They look like medicine. They've got labels, but they're all big medical words that I don't understand. Huh? There's some sort of lid on this thing. Why don't you try opening it? Can't. There's no handle. I can't get under it with my nails either. John is just lying there. Okay, I understand that. Can I interact with him in any way, or are we just fuckled? Am I missing something here? Is there more to this room? No, it's literally just this. Door's locked tight. I wonder if there's a key around here somewhere. Yeah, probably in the fucking scales, but... just a wooden partition. Nothing special about it. Okay, yeah, I understand that. There's nothing on the lower shelf. Okay. I'm sure I'm missing something stupid. There's a lot of different kinds of medications, hard to tell them apart. Let's try cutting this organ with a scalpel. Ah, there's an organ key. Okay. Probably not in the preparation room. If I had to guess, it's probably going to be in the chemical room. Awesome, it unlocked. Cool. Iron 1, salt 2, water 3, carbon dioxide question mark, ammonia question mark, ethanol question mark. What do you think this is a hint for? Maybe it's got something to do with this box? Blue liquid, red liquid. Oh, good stuff. Let's go for a drink. What are you talking about? Talking about that bottle. It says C2H5OH, right? It's ethanol. That's right. It's also known as ethyl alcohol. Pretty much what booze is made of. So, you're gonna drink it? Nah, I won't. Might say that's what it is on the label, but there could be anything in here. C2H5OH. That's 2 carbon, 5 hydrogen. Why is it labeled like that? That doesn't seem right to me. Yeah, okay. So why is there just like another hydrogen attached separately? Whatever. It's only iron, salt, and water. Hey Junpei, you think there are any slugs on this ship? Huh? Well, if there are, I was thinking we could put salt on them. What's she pointing at? The label says NaCl. Yeah. Sodium chloride. You think salt 7 will shrivel up if we put it on him? Wait, is it sodium chloride? Yeah, okay. Hey, you say something? Okay, so there's salt here. There's alcohol here. 2. Then a question mark. What's this? Looks like a can with a spray nozzle. It says CO2. It's a can filled with carbon dioxide. Okay, so that doesn't really help me all that much. Junpei, there's a bottle of iron powder on the shelf. How do you know it's iron? The label says Fe. Fe stands for iron, right? Box is locked. Looking here to enter a passcode. I can only enter 3 numbers. Something stinks. Is it coming from this bottle? It says NH3. That of course stinks. It's ammonia. Wait, hold on. Is it the number of molecules? So like CO2, for example, would be 3 as well, because it's 1 carbon and 2 oxygen. I don't know ammonia. That's probably the next one. Or no, ammonia is the one that we just did. And that was NH3, so that would be 4. Hey Junpei, there's dihydrogen monoxide on the shelf. Oh my god. Why don't you just say water? So H2O. Maybe question mark represents a number. Yeah, I got that much. You can only enter 3 numbers here, though. Am I supposed to enter the numbers for carbon dioxide, ammonia, and ethanol, maybe, then? So that would be 3, 5... and, 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, 3, 4, and 9. Yeah. Am I miscounting? The bottle of ethanol. Ethanol is made of 2 C's, 6 H's, and 1 O. That would be 9. Is it the fucking... No, because that's not... Is it... No, because the digital root of 261 would still be 9. It's just addition at that point. Because iron is just Fe. It's its own element. Salt is 2 elements. So sodium and then chloride, which is technically its own thing, but whatever. Or is chloride just an element? I might be just... Yeah, no, it's just a negatively charged chlorine atom. Okay, yeah. So it's 2, and then water is H2O. There's 1 hydrogen, 2 oxygen. So by that logic, CO2, 1 carbon, 2 oxygen, dioxide. Ammonia is fucking 9. Oh, it's because I put it in the wrong order. Oh my god. Wait, no, I didn't. One and 3. 4. 3, 4, 9. Alright. Oh, did I put 5 in before instead of... Jesus Christ. And the heart. Whoa.
You think we should go back?
Yeah, I think that's probably best.
Clover nodded and left. Junpei was about to follow her when he realized that Seven wasn't following suit.
Hey, Seven, what's up?
Oh, well,
He looked up at Junpei distractedly, then back down at the brown bottle he had held cupped in his large
Is
hands.
that a medicine bottle?
I got curious about it. Here.
In response, Seven tossed the bottle gently to Junpei. He caught it and twisted it around to read the label.
Ethylene diamine tartrate?
Yeah, that's right. CDT.
What kind of medicine is that?
It's not medicine. I think it's an industrial strength detergent.
Why would they have something like that here?
Well, probably to clean stuff up.
Clean what up?
Fuck if I know. Still, it looks like it's cleaned my brain up.
Junpei looked up from the bottle.
You remember something?
Yeah.
Seven nodded slowly and spoke.
Well, I remember a story about EDT. Happened about 50 years ago. There was this factory somewhere in America making big old EDT crystals. They were making it to sell as an industrial strength cleaner, like I told you before. But a year after the factory started up, something strange started happening with the crystals they were building. Water molecules started attaching themselves to the EDT crystals. This made them into a sort of mutation of the original crystals, called a hydrate. Once the crystals turn into a hydrate, though, it's useless as a cleaner. The factory had to just dump the crystals. As a hydrate, they were useless. But it didn't end there. After that day, the same thing started happening in EDT factories everywhere, even ones nowhere near that first American factory.
Ah, yes. The fucking glycerin.
They'd been making crystals the same way, with the same materials and the same equipment and environment. But now, all of a sudden, every single crystal they formed turned into a hydrate. In fact, ever since that day, no factory anywhere has been able to make a pure EDT crystal. Even in EDT research done years before, they'd never gotten a hydrate. But after it happened at the first factory, it just spread. It was like, man, how do you say it?
You mean like it was infected with a virus or something?
Seven shook his
No,
head.
not like that. It spread like wildfire. It showed up in labs that were completely isolated from the rest of the world. It even started happening to crystals that were completely sealed up. It doesn't seem like it could have been a result of this stuff coming in contact with other samples.
Then...
Well, I guess it was some sort of information. Like, the crystals were transmitting this information all across the world somehow.
what information?
How to make a new crystal. Someone had to tell the stuff how to do it, right? Like he just whispered to the EDT in the tank, hey, if you do this, you can take in water molecules.
Come on, man, that's just... I mean, who is this someone anyway?
Someone you
God.
can't see. Someone who exists all over the world.
You mean... like a god?
Or maybe the devil.
Seven grinned. As Junpei was trying to figure out what on earth he was going to say next, Clover's shrill voice pierced the room.
Hey! What are you two doing over there? Stop wasting time and get over here!
Okay, we're coming.
Jeez!
Seven looked at
Yeah,
Junpei.
so, anyway, that's the story. It might be useful someday. Don't forget it.
With that cryptic remark, he turned and left the room. Junpei was left behind to ponder what he'd just heard.
Information being transmitted invisibly.
Yeah, like the
Such a thing
glycerin.
really happen? Well, thinking about that crap isn't going to help me right now. We need to figure out how the hell to get out of here first.
What up, Gaiman? He took a deep breath, tried to clear his mind, and followed after Seven. Okay. Now we have the heart. We can combine that with the chest. No, okay. Now we have the arm. We can combine that with the chest. No, okay. Now we have the blue liquid. We can combine that with the red. Okay. Is the organ key for both of the doors? No, okay. Now we have the key. We can combine it with the... No, okay. Cool, it's on... What do you... Wait, what? I just clicked on... Oh, right, I didn't have the key out. Silly me. Cool, it's unlocked. There's hooks on the wall. I think you hang your coat here. There's a bunch of hooks. Wait, what? Why did I back out? Let's see if... a piece of paper. What's this? Is this some kind of medical record? New material has been added to the file screen. Fucking... Okay. The medical record. A medical record found in the preparation room. It has records for the two mannequins. There's a male mannequin named John and a female named Lucy. The record shows each mannequin's total weight and the weight of their individual parts. Okay.
Hold on, give me a sec. But this hurricane, when are we gonna...
What the hell are you doing? Don't you want to get out of here? But I'm tired. Me too. Oh. The white light on top is glowing. Yeah, but the red, blue, and purple ones still aren't lit. The red one. Hey, it turned red. Forget about that. Didn't you hear that just now? It's locked. It won't even budge. Do you think this is the exit? Well, there is a keyhole there. It's locked. It won't open. That's... Oh, red. Leg! Locker with a blue plane on it. It's locked. A sink. Doctors and nurses probably wash their hands here before an operation. Nothing suspicious here. Okay, now we put in the blue liquid. It's blue now. I think I heard another noise. Another leg. Oh my god. Guys, I have an idea. If blue makes blue and red makes red. I get it. You combine the red liquid and the blue liquid to make a purple one. Good job, Junpei. The purple light came on and I heard it unlock. I'm sure it's unlocked. The locker with the purple plate has gotta be unlocked. Alright, let's see what happened. Ah, the stomach. The sink doesn't look suspicious. That's what they want you to think, Junpei. Why does the stomach look like a nose? An old hard bed. Okay, so we've collected the 6 parts of the medical mannequin. I guarantee some of these parts are for the wrong part. So the ones we've got must be for Lucy, right? Yeah, seems like it. I say we give Lucy her parts back. Any objections? Nope. Agreed. Alright, let's get started. Combine! Oh, there's a number on here. 51 kilograms. What's this? Is this the weight? Well, we were just stacking body parts on it, so it makes sense that it'd be the weight. Okay, so... how heavy is Lucy supposed to be? 53.2. Okay, so we gotta do some algebra here. Because she's 51 kilograms. We need 2 more kilograms. I mean, at least she's all whole numbers rather than not whole numbers. But... okay, how much does he weigh? Hey, nothing happened. That's odd. Maybe it's the wrong weight? Weight? Yeah, well, you know how there's a scale on the side of the bed? Maybe we need to get the scale to a specific number. How are we going to do that? I think we're supposed to swap her body parts with John's. I think I can guess an ending you got. Do you think you can, Cyril? Based on my stream title, or... Oh, let's give it a shot. Operating instructions. The screen will display 2 medical mannequins. You can switch their body parts by selecting the part you want to switch out. Which ones do you have under your belt? I have gotten the knife ending, the yellow sub ending, and then the 0 lost ending. Or safe ending. Okay, what are the weights I'm supposed to be going? No dice. I think if we knew the weight of each part, we could figure it out. We do. We have the technology. Let me write it down, because my ass is going to forget the moment, and I mean the moment that I click off of this. Okay, so. Oh, I just pulled out the pen. Like, the whole pen. That wasn't supposed to happen. What's going on there, bud? Why'd you do that? There we go. Okay. Your pain then. Yeah. I really thought he was a good guy. I don't know. So, if the chest is 6.2. And the heart 2.3. And the right arms don't matter, apparently.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Nice
Nice
cock.
cock. 1.5. The stummy is 5.6.
Whoa. Nice
Nice
cock.
cock. The left leg is 3.4. Left for us, not his left. And the right leg is 4.5. And someone messaged me. It was me. I messaged me. Okay. 53.2 kilograms. And the chest should be 6. And the heart should be 2. And the stummy should be 5. And the arm should be 1. One leg should be 3. And one leg should be 4. Now I could either just straight up do the math to figure out which one needs to be where, or which one is on each one, or I could just do it. I don't know where the 0.2 is supposed to come from on her. Well, here, let me first make sure that my friend brought me through this game and we got an ending you didn't get yet, and then safe, and I exploded. Like literally exploded, or? Okay, so 6 plus 2 plus 1 plus 5 plus 3 plus 4. Alright, no. Did that wrong. 6 plus 2 plus 1 plus 5 plus 3 plus 4 is 21. Mentally. Okay. That leaves... Love you too, son. 32.2 kilograms on the table for her. I assume just from her head and arm. I don't know how that works, but... Then we've got 6.2 plus 1.5 plus 5.6 plus 2.3 plus 4.5 plus 2.4. Leave us at 23.5. Like, damn, I wanted to trust him. Yeah, for real. I felt like he had, like, reassuring dad energy. I was like, I wouldn't mind Ace being my dad. I don't have, like, a great time with mine. No. 51.3 minus 23.5 would leave us at... I'm just gonna do the math on the calculator. I'm not... 27 point. Okay, so those are not comparable. Interesting. It's operation time. There's a difference of 3 kilogram or 0.3 kilograms between these two. And the heavier heart is already in him. So the heart is in the right place. The chest is in the right place. The arm is in the right place. Especially because I'm actually not fully face blind, but face impaired. Oof. The leg. 1.4. There's a difference of 0.4. The heavier one is on him, so that's correct. And then the leg. What? What about the stomach? Wait, so was that just telling... Okay. So that was just telling me what the weights of their body parts are. Like, currently. Okay, so if he's at 53.5 and I need him to get down to 51.3, I need to remove 2.3 kilograms from him. Which I could do. What are the differences? Sorry, I'm writing out on a piece of paper that I can do the math here. There's a 0.2 difference, 0.3 difference, 0.5 difference, a 0.4 difference, another 0.5 difference, and then a 0.6 difference. And I need to get him down to 51.3 from 53.5, which is 2.2. Yep. Yeah, my friend and I read the character's lines over quiet Japanese voice acting, and I occasionally did silly ad-libs. Yeah, that seems to be a common way of doing games like this. All of my friends are usually asleep by this time, so it's just me doing all the voices the best I can. Hey Junpei, I just heard something. Came from John's operating table. Better check it out. Alright. Huh? The lid on the scale. It's a key. It opened. Oh, I get it. It must have opened because we matched John's weight to what's on the chart. I jokingly had June call him Daddy while everyone was searching for steak, and now I regret so much. Yep.
Hey, hold on.
Junpei stopped, about to put the key into the doorknob.
What's up?
Where's Clover?
Huh?
Junpei turned around. Clover was nowhere to be seen.
Oh, God damn it. Where the hell did she go? Okay, just hold on a minute. I'll go get her.
Sure thing.
Junpei left Seven at the door and headed back to the operating room. He found her standing next to the operating table. She was staring at the mannequin.
Hey, Clover, what's wrong? Come on, let's get out of here.
She didn't respond. If she hadn't been standing up and breathing, Junpei might have thought she was dead. Also, based having a piece of paper, I usually just use Notepad. I considered opening up like Microsoft Paint and doing it on there, and then having that show on screen. But also, that's a lot of work. I just have like it's not even like a piece of paper. It is an envelope with bumper stickers that I bought like 4 years ago and never put on my car, and it just says like. It's got a bunch of numbers that I do not know what the purpose was for. Oh, okay, this was for the experimentation room puzzle with the brain thing. I did have a legal pad on my desk at some point that I was using for this, but I genuinely have no clue where that shit went.
What are you doing? Did you want to come back here and say goodbye to John?
It wasn't the best joke, but it was something, an attempt to lighten the mood. Clover didn't laugh. She stood stock still and said nothing.
Hey, Clover, can you hear me?
Perhaps it was something he'd said, perhaps it was something else. Suddenly her mouth opened and she whispered in a dry, dead voice.
My brother might be dead.
Huh?
That's why we couldn't find him. If he's dead, I'm going to be next.
Suddenly, the operating room felt very, very cold. Wish I had a car.
What are you talking about? What's wrong with you?
I don't have a car. A bank has a car and said I could have it. The bank bought my car and I'm almost done paying it off. He gave her a small shake, but she still didn't respond.
Let's just get out of here.
See, I feel like if I had done this path first, this would have made the cradle thing make a lot more sense.
We've got the key. Let's use it. That cool with you?
Yeah.
Clover nodded almost imperceptibly. Why is everyone imperceptibly nodding? Just nod normally. Still, Junpei was glad to see that she was at least somewhat responsive.
Then it's time to go.
He put his hand on her shoulder and guided her to the preparation room. Actually, you'll find that says the preparation room. As they arrived at the door, she suddenly stopped.
I'm sorry.
What was this? Why was she apologizing? Junpei wasn't sure what to make of her. Was she emotionally unstable because her brother had gone
I'm
missing?
really sorry. Just forget everything I told you, okay? Don't worry about it. Really. I mean it.
How could anyone pretend to not hear something like that? But something told him this wasn't the time to press the issue. Junpei gave her the warmest, kindest smile he could manage.
All right.
Thank you.
Her smile was weak. It was almost painful to watch.
Damn, what the hell took you guys so long?
Seven looked up as they walked into the room, clearly
You put a
irritated.
doctor in there or something?
Oh, does it say that? What? I don't know what's happening.
Maybe. Jealous?
Was that a Seven avoided answering the question? What? What are we talking about here? Because I feel like this is... Seven's like 40, bro. They stood in front of the door. Junpei took out the Jupiter key.
All right. I'm gonna open it now. Is that cool?
You don't need to keep asking, just do it, alright?
Fine then.
He slid the key into the keyhole and turned it. He felt it unlock. Door opened with a soft, melancholy creak. Beyond it lay a simple white hallway. There was no fanfare or confetti. Obviously, there was no one there to applaud them. They simply walked through the door. That was
All right.
it.
Let's get going.
Hey man, what's up with you? You're so serious, you know? Can't you sound more happy, you know, get a little excited?
Sorry. Preparation. Yeah. Oh, my calculator's covering up the ad notification, so I didn't see it. My apologies. Yeah, it totally says preparation on there. I don't know if the second R also looks like an L. It could just be the font, but... Yeah, sorry I'm not super excited, Seven, about being in the death game where I'm supposed to die unless I do exactly what Zero tells me to.
Not really.
The right-left mix-up strikes again. Oh, the RL mix-up. Yeah, 5-head. Junpei turned away from Seven and took his first step down the simple white hallway. Can this fucking ladybug stop having a fucking fit in front of my face? Bro, find somewhere else to be. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
My brother might be dead. I'm going to be next.
Clover had told him only a few minutes before that her brother was probably dead, and she was likely to follow him.
Like hell I can. Not after hearing something like that.
You found it. They left the operating room. The hallway took them around several corners and past several doors, but they were all locked.
There too, huh? Every door in this place is locked up tight.
How about that one?
The final door was hidden in a corner of the hall.
May as well give it a try.
Hopefully my yapping is not detracting from the experience. If the yapping detracted from the experience, like, I don't mean this in any sarcastic way. Genuinely, if the yapping detracted from the experience, I wouldn't be streaming it. That's the point, is so that people talk and engage with it and see what's going on. So you are totally fine. Junpei grabbed the handle. As he made to push it open, a voice stopped him. The voice came from behind him and belonged to neither Seven nor Clover. What?
Jumpy!
What?
Huh?
He spun around. He saw someone running toward him from the other end of the hallway. There were 3 people coming toward Junpei and his companions.
June?
I forgot that doors, they connect. If you were to cosplay any of these characters, who would you choose? Body-wise, I think the only one I could do is 7, but I think I'd want to cosplay, like... Honestly, June's outfit is really cute. I like it. Or... Snake. No, not Snake. Sorry. Santa. I keep mixing up Santa and Snake. I don't know why. Like, they're very distinct characters, and, like, it's not Prosopagnosia. It's just, they're S names, and it fucks with me.
And Santa. And Lotus, too.
They pulled up short in front of Junpei, breathing hard.
Whoa! What the hell is this?
The same shit that happens every time.
What are you doing here?
My body doesn't really sync with anyone, but I want to cosplay Clover while my friend plays Snake. That's adorable. I love that. You know what? I want to cosplay as Lotus. Just inches away from being demonetized at any time. Like...
What? But we didn't...
Before he could finish, Clover
Hey guys,
spoke.
could you come take a look at this?
She was standing near the end of a small hallway that branched off to the right. The rest of them ran over to her, curious as to what she'd
Look
found.
on the wall here.
There was something on the wall at the end of the hallway.
A map
A map of the ship's interior. My body doesn't super sync with anyone. I probably am a little bit too big horizontally to be 7. I'm also not... I'm not super tall, but I'm slightly above average height, I think.
It says C deck.
So it's the map for this floor then?
Door 7. And...
Door 8.
Door 8. Yep. They both eventually end up at this hallway.
When I'm older, I want to go as Ace. He's a fucker, but he's still handsome. I, honestly, real as fuck. He's a good-looking guy, even if he's a bastard. I'm confused about this map, because where are the... Assuming that this is... the curtain... then this should be different. The door, it should be a pair of double doors here. And then the 2 closets should be there and there. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. In fact...
Yeah, isn't that what I said? We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. That's how the nonary game works.
I see.
I think it's honestly really neat that they made him so personable. Yeah, honestly, it was a good choice to make him seem super personable, because like that's how sociopaths work. It's interesting to think, isn't it? I mean, sometimes thinking makes everything worse. Junpei looked at the map of the ship's interior again.
Wait a sec. Hey, could this lead to...
As he looked more closely, his surprise and excitement gave way to weariness.
Oh,
Someone could be your dad is equally capable of something so terrible. Oh, buddy, I don't have to think about that at all. I experienced it. Anyway.
Kidding me.
One by one, the others saw what he'd seen.
We may as well go.
yeah.
They moved as one for the door.
Almost forgot. We should keep this.
He pulled the map of the ship's interior off of the wall, put it in his pocket, and followed the others. The 6 of them stood in front of the door, arrayed in a semicircle. Santa stepped forward. He took hold of the door and spoke without looking back at the other 5.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
Yeah, I don't want a trauma dump, but yeah. Slowly, all 5 nodded their silent assent. or Ascent, not Ascentment. With a deep breath, Santa threw open the door. They poured through the doorway and into the room. Even without looking around, each one of them knew where they were.
I knew it.
They were just where the map had said they would be.
We're back. In the hospital room.
I see. I believe I understand what you're saying.
Well, let me skip this. It totally will. Let's go.
The key?
Ain't that what I just said? I'm talking about the Jupiter key. We found it in the operating room. Right, Junpei?
Yeah.
Junpei nodded.
The solar system keys. We found a couple more in the laboratory and the kitchen. Here, the Earth key and the Saturn key card.
Ooh. With that, she pressed them into Junpei's hand. The metal key had the Earth symbol on it, and the key card had the Saturn symbol on it.
I might lose it. It's probably better if you hold on to it.
Yeah,
That way it won't be my fault if it gets lost.
You definitely don't have any pockets to keep it in. Wake up, old man. It is legal to bully Ace. It is legal and morally correct to bully Ace.
Yeah. On it.
Junpei felt slightly less than
Yeah,
honored.
we have 3 keys that we haven't used yet.
Yeah.
We have used these keys, actually, you'll find.
Jupiter key that we found in the operating room. The Earth key that Lotus just gave me. And the Saturn key card that Lotus said was in the kitchen.
Junpei tucked the new keys into his pocket. June spoke up.
The Jupiter key is supposed to be for the door at the end of that long, straight hallway, right?
Yeah. If the map's right, then it connects to the central staircase. Then, next to the stairs...
Wait!
They were the first words anyone had heard out of Clover in quite some time. Her face suggested they weren't going to be very happy
What
words.
about door 3?
Look, you saw the map, right? It's the same as 7 and 8. It just lead us back to the big hospital room. There's no point to seeing what's on the other side of that door.
There is a point. At least there is for me.
There were tears in her eyes, but she glared at Seven as hard as she could just the same. She looked very much like a frightened puppy. There wasn't a man alive who could have resisted those eyes. Seven looked everywhere in the room except at Clover and muttered and coughed apologies under his breath. I also do want to aside that I've heard some people with prosopagnosia act a little nice to everyone in case it's someone they're supposed to know. That's fair. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, you're right, I'm sorry. Snake might be on the other side of door 3.
Clover nodded once. The next person to speak was Ace.
Very well. I'll be coming with you then. I've had a nice long rest. I think it's time I was up and about again.
What kind of bullshit is Ace gonna pull?
So, Seven, you'll help me, won't you?
Huh? Me?
Junpei did the calculations quickly in his head. 4 plus 1 plus 7 equals 12. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Quick maths. It looks like 7 was doing them too. At last he gave up.
Well, I guess that's how it's gotta be. So I'm going with you, huh?
Yes, you are.
Alright, let's get moving.
So it was decided that Clover, Ace, and 7 would discover what lay beyond door 3.
Okay, we're heading out.
Be careful.
Whoa. Didn't think I'd be hearing that from you, Lotus.
Don't let it go to your head. I'd be in trouble if the 3 of you bought it. The rest of us can't open the 9 door.
Ah, the truth comes out.
7 nodded as if this answer made much more sense and pulled the lever on the red.
Okay, we're off.
Ace's voice is different now that Clover is insisting to go through the 3 door, and I don't think Clover's coming back. 7 might not either, I don't know. But 7 also might fight off Ace, since, you know, cop. 6, 7, 8. After exactly 9 seconds, the door closed noisily.
All right, we should get moving too.
Huh?
Get moving.
Where are we going?
Everyone except Lotus seemed rather
Well, it would be a
confused.
waste of time to just sit around, wouldn't it? Let me explain.
Oh, I get it. We're gonna see if we can get anywhere interesting with the Jupiter key.
Yes. If we're lucky, we might find Snake.
They were at the end of the hallway lined by individual hospital rooms.
And here's the Jupiter symbol on the keyhole.
Right there. God, that is a lot of rooms. Really didn't occur to me how many rooms that is. That's a lot of rooms. Golly. Fucking Ford Ranger.
All right, Junpei, open it if you please.
Yeah, on it.
Junpei pulled the Jupiter key out of his pocket and slid it into the keyhole. He twisted. With a nice sharp click, he felt the door unlock. Junpei sucked in a breath, held it, and opened the door as quietly as he could. Inside was exactly what he expected to see from the map of the ship's interior. They were in a tremendous hall, almost like a ballroom, with a massive central staircase.
Great, back to the beginning. You sure this is a good idea?
Anything's a good idea if it's the only idea you have.
What do you mean?
Well, we already searched every inch of this room, didn't we? I'm asking you if there's any reason we came back here.
What the fuck is that question? Yeah, there's a reason. What? Cat is being noisy. I'm gonna just say no idea.
You know, that's a good question.
Junpei looked off into the distance thoughtfully. Lotus sighed and shook her head.
I can't believe this. You guys followed me here, but you don't even know why.
Lotus, I'd follow you anywhere. Anyway.
Junpei, you've got the solar system keys, don't you?
Yeah,
He did. He pulled them out.
the Saturn key card. And the Earth key.
Oh, Cat is any noise at all. She's usually very quiet. Understandable. My roommate's cat, which I haven't seen in 4 years because I haven't had a roommate in 4 years, was just noisy and meowed like he had never had a drop of water in his life. I loved him so much, and I wish I could have stolen him.
What about him?
Junpei didn't see what they had to do with anything, though. Both he and Santa were completely lost. God, you guys are dumb. The fucking doors are here. Fortunately, June took pity on them.
Don't you remember the elevator? On C deck, where we are now. There was a big elevator behind the stairs, remember? And next to the elevator, there was a card reader with the Saturn symbol on it. And on A deck, on the door to the left, there was a keyhole with the Earth symbol on it, I think. So the two keys that Jumpy has?
Should let us use the elevator and the door on A deck. Huh.
Yes, that's right.
June smiled, pleased with herself. So did Santa.
All right, I got it. Let's get started then. What do you say we split into 2 teams? Lotus and I will search the Earth one, so you two can search Saturn, all right?
Sounds good. Then you guys should take this key.
Junpei handed the Earth key to Santa. They decided that their initial search should be
We
brief.
have no idea what's on the other side of these. So don't go too far. Just search for 10 minutes and come back.
My internal clock is not that good. Her name is Charlie and she's so soft. I love that for you. Soft cats are great. Plan decided, the two teams split up. Junpei and June headed for the
There's
elevators.
a card reader next to the left elevator.
Yes,
Then let's try out the Saturn key card.
A light on the upper left corner
Great.
blinked to life.
It looks like it's working now.
All right. Now, how do I call the elevator?
There's a single button to the right of the elevator door.
Oh, it only has the upside down triangle on it.
What do you mean the upside... She did this before. What do you mean the upside down
I
triangle?
guess there's no up button.
It's down.
We may as well try pushing this one.
The door slid shut and they heard the faint grinding of the motor as the elevator car moved down.
It opened. Look, Jumpy.
June's voice was excited, but Junpei could hear a tinge of anxiety.
Sweet. It opened. Let's get going.
Have you done both options here? Oh, in this conversation, I've only done one of them. He grinned at June and stepped toward the open door. As he was about to set foot in it, he felt a hand on his arm.
Wait.
What?
I'm not really, I just, oh gosh.
Junpei was at something of a loss. What could she possibly be so frightened of? June was probably afraid of... Yeah, I selected being locked up alone with a boy. They could only go down is the other option that I haven't chosen yet. She was afraid because the only elevator button pointed down. That meant, of course, that the elevator couldn't go any higher than the floor they were on. I did do the funny, yeah. As he thought about it, Junpei realized he hadn't seen elevators on the A or B decks near the central staircase, all of which meant that the elevator could only convey them to the lower decks.
Come to think of it, the lower floor, D deck, is completely underwater. An elevator heading to a submerged floor. That is pretty scary. Hey, wait a minute. This elevator came up from somewhere under us, right?
Well, yes, I guess it did. It didn't open right away after you pressed the button. There was a motor noise, like it was moving, and then it opened.
My friend apparently didn't remember the other conversation at all. The other conversation probably took like 3 times as long as this because they're dancing around the topic, and then he realizes, oh, she means the water, the submerged water, not having sex with a boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So, take a look inside.
Junpei jerked his head toward the interior of the elevator.
It's not wet at all, is it? The walls and even the floor are totally dry.
Oh, you're right. They are.
She looked around the elevator, slightly embarrassed.
Well, let's test it.
Test it?
Yeah, watch this. Now, I'll just put one foot inside the elevator and look over at the buttons. Oh, there's only 2.
It's stupid, but also really fun. That's fair.
E and C. All right, I'll push E.
He pushed the E button and jumped out of the elevator. The door slid shut and they heard the grinding of the motor as the elevator car moved down.
I think I can hear it opening on E deck.
Okay, that's done. Now I'll just press the button again.
A few moments later, the elevator returned. Torrential downpour of water comes at them.
Not a single drop of water to be seen. See?
Junpei couldn't resist puffing out his chest, just a little bit. June, however, still looked confused.
What does that mean? How can E deck be safe if the D deck is full of water?
Because it's sealed, or because this ship is fake.
Well, here's what I think. The elevator shaft and E deck must be watertight and separated from wherever the ship's been punctured.
Okay, given the fact that the Nonary games happened before, and I think on this ship even, I just don't think this is an actual ship that is sinking. I think this is like a facility.
Here, let me show you.
Pulled out his notebook and pen and sketched out a rough illustration.
I see. So is that why the ship hasn't sunk? The shape of the inside keeps it all from filling with water?
Why are you hitting me with a kappa? I don't like that.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on.
Or was it the Nightbot thing that you're kappaing? I don't know. Hello, Rat Funk. Welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight? Junpei continued talking as he closed the notebook and slipped it back into his pocket.
So I'm gonna go down and check it out. You stay here.
Sorry, I realize I need to turn up the game slightly.
All right.
But...
Come on, just do it, all right?
He gave June's shoulder a reassuring squeeze, then hopped into the elevator. He pushed the E button, and the door began to close. June looked worried, her eyes darting back and forth as if she was trying to make a decision, when suddenly...
I'm coming with you!
Huh?
At the last possible moment, June dashed forward, turning sideways just in time to slip through the gap between the closing doors.
Hey, wait!
Junpei jammed his finger against the open button, but it was too late. and she was crushed by the closing doors.
Oh, crap. It closed.
The door had shut. He and June were in the elevator, and it was headed down to E deck. It was me noting your thought. He was so surprised by June that he didn't even have time to think about what awaited him on the E deck.
I can't just let you go alone, you know.
Jeez.
Jeez. Fucking women, right? The elevator stopped and the door slid open. They tentatively stepped out and looked around.
It looks normal.
No fish going about their fishy business, or jellyfish floating lazily through the water. There was, however, a blowfish. Or at least something that looked very much like one. June's cheeks were puffed out, and her mouth a tiny, intense frown.
Oh, knock it off. It's just like I thought. This part hasn't flooded. Come on, just look around. There's no water here.
June looked around nervously, then exhaled.
You're right. It's not flooded at all.
See?
But there's a whole lot of water.
Yeah, right on top of us.
What's gonna happen if the ceiling breaks?
Junpei thought about that for a
We'd
moment.
probably die.
Oh no. Don't be so casual about something like that.
Okay, so flow-wise, are we just going through... Yeah, we're just going through stuff that I've already been through, so I'm gonna hit the skip button, if that's okay with everyone here. And by if that's okay with everyone here, I mean, I'm hitting the fucking skip button. Oh, I can't skip this. Interesting.
At any rate, we should probably go back as soon as we can, once we're done looking around down here. Lotus and Santa might already be back.
Okay, good idea.
Now then.
Junpei glanced around the room they found themselves in. First thing he had noticed was a set of thick iron bars. Can I... Okay, there we go. Sixth door, vacant. Map on the wall for E-deck. So this is what happened, right? Yeah, we found something. Haha, let's go. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is just the death of Snake, quotation marks. Snake was exploded. Someone pushed him through. It had to have been 2 other people. Surely it was 2 other people. Let's just keep going and not worry about it. Oh god, the body is dead. Oh no. June, don't look at it. You're too soft and innocent and cute. Oh no. Lotus, come... Anyway, the ship is laughing at us. Snake was murdered. 2 people pushed him in, and then he tried, but he couldn't. Spaghetti, yeah, it's right, spaghetti. His intestines looked like spaghetti. I forgot about that. Thank you. Was Zero on the ship with them? Of course. But where could he be hiding? I don't fucking know. I think Zero is one of us. Gosh golly. The fucking K-pop idol is... She doesn't look like a K-pop idol. I don't know why I said that. Well, you know, maybe he could be. Let's talk for 45 minutes about it. Oh no. No, it is a very memorable line. I was eating spaghetti when they told the line. We got the card, the Venus card, or what? It's not Venus, but anyway. You think Zero is one of us? Yes. Kind of. I'm not sure
Look, nearly
entirely.
all of the buttons are destroyed.
If so, who? Dog. Why is every 999 player like this? I got 3 of you motherfuckers like, who do you think it could be? Oh no, about the spaghetti. Yeah, I mean, I ate the spaghetti. I don't have like a weak stomach or anything like that. But I think either Snake or June are Zero. And if June's Zero, I also think that June is not real. Like, I think she's dead or something. I'm not really sure. Something about June is weird. Hello, bedded sis. How are you doing tonight? It's an easy question. It's actually not an easy question. You'll find no question in 999 is easy. So, take that. We're gonna continue to skip this dialogue since we already did it a couple of weeks ago. 2. Yeah. Okay, let's head back. This morning I'm rather tired. We're pulling straws. Easy to ask. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, I can't check the flow on my part, sorry. Yeah, I figured. Door 1, I think, is gonna bring us the most different. Because door 1 is the one that, Clover disappears behind and ends up getting the thing. And then that's what makes Ace angry.
My choice is door 1.
Santa was unconvinced.
Hey, wait a minute there. You cheating?
Cheating?
I'm asking if you changed your number after you heard what doors we wanted.
How could I do that? I wrote it down on the paper earlier.
Let me see that.
Sure, here.
Junpei shrugged and handed it to him. Santa examined it furiously. The others peered at it as well. As they did, Junpei quickly slipped the piece of paper he'd been hiding into his pocket. Although he'd never know it now, Santa had been justified in his suspicions. Junpei had switched papers.
I had 3 pieces of paper ready.
For doors 1, 2, and
I put
6.
the one with door 6 on it into the pot.
Put a small mark on it so that he would know which one was
I just
his.
needed to make sure I drew last. After I saw everyone else's result, I just chose whatever door I wanted. If the number I'd already put in matched, then I didn't have to switch the paper out. Well, what does it say?
He fought the urge to smirk.
You?
Santa snorted and tossed the paper aside, frustrated.
Very well. We've decided who will go through door 1.
He is sneaky.
It will be Clover, Junpei, and myself.
I like this jacket, though. Oh. 1 + 4 + 5 = 10. 1 + 0
Our only
= 1.
problem is the 2 remaining teams.
June and I want door 6.
Lotus and I want door 2.
That's not good. We can't open either of those doors with only 2 people. Aw.
Fine.
Aw.
7, we'll go through door 6.
3 + 6 + 7 + 8 = 24. 2 + 4 = 6.
Sure thing. I didn't really want to go through door 2 anyway.
He's a really cool outfit. Yeah, that door, huh? Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. I want to go through 1 because I want to find out what's going on in the captain's quarters. He's a really cool outfit. He does. The jacket is pretty drip.
Besides, if we've got
I
a young
like-
girl with us, it'll lower the average age.
Oh, 7. You pushed the Lotus button.
Right, June?
Well, I
June was at a loss for words. Lotus was not.
Pig. You just wait and see.
What does that mean? Her eyes were the eyes of a woman prepared to kill. A shiver ran down Junpei's spine. 7's beanie has a little apple on it. Does it really?
Calling me old. This is why men are such a pain in the ass. They're about as subtle as a brick.
And they're at it again.
Even after they separated at the staircase, Lotus was still muttering angrily to
I'll
herself.
see you later, June.
Jumpy.
Circumstances dictated that Junpei and June would have to part ways again, but this time it didn't sting quite
Don't
so
make
much.
that face. It'll be like what 7 said.
We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9.
It sure does. I don't know how I never noticed that before.
We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. That's how the notary game works.
7's words took a weight off Junpei's shoulders and felt much better.
It'll be fine. I'll see you soon.
All right. See you later.
Lingering uneasy remained, but they went their separate directions without much trouble. Ellipses. Double ellipses. Junpei, Ace, and Clover headed toward
Here's
A-Deck.
A-Deck. It was the door on the left, right?
That should be it, yes.
Then here we go.
It opened and they walked through.
It's just as Santa and Lotus said.
I wonder if Ace is just straight up gonna kill me. At the end of the hallway sat a door with a
A
large
numbered
red
door.
1 upon it. To the left of it, bolted to the wall, was
There's
the red.
red.
Ace went first and waved his wrist over the scanner panel.
Now the two of you, if you would.
Junpei was next. Finally, listlessly, Clover lifted her arm. She leaned toward the scanner panel. The third asterisk clicked to life, shining brightly. Ace took hold of the lever.
Now.
Wonder if Clover has done the math. And realizes that Ace is probably the one. He took a deep breath and turned to Junpei and Clover.
Are you ready? Shall I pull it?
Yeah, anytime.
Clover said nothing. She nodded, little more than a lethargic twitch of the head.
Very well then. Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
And it's open! Move it!
They stumbled into the room.
Where is it?
Frantically, Junpei scanned the room. I need specifically... Ben insists. Shut up. I specifically want the ending music. Like, hold on. Let me see if I can... Is it on, Spoofy? Oh yes, it is. Well, there is an album of covers. Someone made a remix as well of Chill and Rigor. Okay, so this is just a piano collection. You're not the only one who calls it spoofy. I call it spoofy because of Dan Avidan's dad calling it this spoofy. 999 bad ending theme. Quietus, is that? Okay, yeah, it is this. I fuck with this hardcore. Let me pull up my Chrome audio and make sure that it's set to not play on VOD. Yeah. Sorry, it goes hard. I love it so much. Frantically, Junpei scanned the room. Oh fuck, we just blew up. It has definitely been 81 seconds. His eyes stopped on the device that would determine whether they lived or died. Next to the door they'd come through was the dead. As one, they ran towards it. They put their hands over it as if they were fighting for it.
It stopped.
Yes, it did.
Junpei could feel his heart pounding against the inside of his ribs. Ace and Clover were breathing hard and fast.
I don't believe I'll ever get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to.
Why do I remember that? This is a conversation that has been had before. A good thing in this game is that time only passes when characters say it does. A very good
We
thing.
should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
I agree.
Do they say this when you go through the fucking this door? Or was it this door? What happens in this one? Oh, well, that's the 3 door. I don't know.
Now then.
I know, but I do not remember it at all. They say similar things a lot. Yeah. Junpei looked around again, this time more slowly.
There's another door. Let's try opening it.
He took hold of the knob and easily, gently pulled it open.
So, this is the wheelhouse?
He closed the door again and turned to Ace and Clover. He fixed each in turn with a meaningful stare
Ace,
that spoke.
you investigate the wheelhouse next door.
Very well.
Clover, you're in charge of this room.
Uh,
Say something.
okay, I will.
All right then, let's get started.
Deep, 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 deep. Seek a way out. Makes sense. This is something they're likely to have on their minds no matter what choices were made. Yeah, I just mean I'm pretty sure the conversation... Yeah, I think it was the 3-door. Shelves are lined with books. Let's see what's in this blue one. Something written on it. Ship's log. Huh. Ship's log, huh? New material has been added. We leave soon for a new journey across the sea. After leaving port, we headed south and west. We turned southwest to steer around the continent and then proceeded northwest. We headed south and west, turned southwest to steer around the continent, then proceeded northwest. We made port, then changed our heading to east for a time, and are now heading due north. Soon we will dock at the United Kingdom, the homeland of this vessel. South and west. We turned southwest to steer around the continent, then proceed northwest. Made port, changed our heading to east for a time, and are now heading due north. I like this song, but that distant pluck reminds me of some other song. I feel like I'm supposed to know where this ship was, and it feels like India, because it would make sense if you went south from India and then west. You'd have to go southwest to go around Africa. And then going back northwest. But if you make port, you don't really have to go east that much, I don't think. My geography knowledge is not fantastic, so I'm going to open up Google Maps. Okay, I guess if they took port at in Portugal, but you'd still have to go north before you would go east. Unless it was like on the very tip of like the northern part of Spain. I don't know. Portugal, port of the Portugalese. Where do you think this journey started? My guess was India. Because you head south then west, then you have to turn southwest. Then you would go northwest. You'd have to turn southwest to get around Africa. You would then be going northwest. They made port, then changed their heading to east for a time, and they're now heading due north. Maybe they took port in South America? Like Brazil? Sorry, not Brazil. What am I thinking of here? Is that just fucking straight up Brazil? That might just be straight up Brazil. Okay, so here, let me save an image. We're gonna save an image. We're gonna pull it up in in Microsoft Paint. And then I'll stream that screen. Okay, so let's get red. My assumption is they started here because they said they headed south and west. Then they had to head southwest. Then they had to go northwest. So maybe they took port here, then headed east, and then north? Or they took port here, and they're counting this as east when it should be northeast? Or they took port here, and they went east along the coast, and then went north. I don't know. I'm not even sure it's important to know. I think it could, honestly, now that I've thought about it a little bit, it might just be telling me something for a puzzle, and it has nothing to do with geography at all. I bless the rains. A pocket watch. What time is on the pocket watch? 10:05 and 39 seconds. A voice he hadn't expected startled Junpei from his examination of the pocket watch.
Pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
He spun around to find Ace standing in the doorway. Junpei shrugged and handed him the pocket watch.
What are you doing over in this room?
Oh, I just thought I'd come check up on the two of you. Is there a problem?
Yeah, there is. Ace's eyebrows went up.
You checked on us. Now get out of here. We split this stuff up for a reason, all right?
But why did I say that? I didn't need to speak to Ace that way. I feel kind of off somehow.
Ace opened his mouth, then took another look at Junpei and shut it again. A small smirk appeared on his face.
I see. Of course.
He looked Junpei over, then glanced at Clover.
I apologize for the intrusion. Well, best of luck.
Ace gave Junpei a knowing pat on the shoulder and left. Yeah, that phrase really cut like a knife. What are you implying, Jaster? Are you implying that I got him back from the alternate universe where he stabbed me in the back because I found Lotus's body? A knife! No!
Ow.
Ow. For no reason he could fathom, Junpei's head began to hurt.
What the hell? My head.
A sharp pain in his head. How much time had passed, he wasn't sure. But he did notice when Ace strode through the door. His smile was more of a smirk, and he had the air of a man who knew more than his opponent.
Yes. There was something I wanted to check, if you don't mind.
Yeah? What's that?
Pardon me.
With no warning, Ace slipped his hand into the pocket of Junpei's vest.
What the hell are you doing? Whoa, what are you putting your hand in my pocket for? Stop!
Hey, Veli. Getting busy with Clover, using her trauma to get close with her. Have you no shame? No, Veli. He reached for Ace's arm, but it was already too late. In the older man's hand were the pieces of paper Junpei had balled up and hidden in his pocket.
Just as I thought. You switched them, didn't you, when we voted? Well, I can't say that I care. I managed to get through the numbered door I wanted, despite your mischief.
Then, why did you...
Oh, simple curiosity. I hope you won't think ill of me for it.
Senix likes Clover the best. Confirmed. What a Lotus betrayal. Listen. This is a horrible sentence. I don't like this sentence. I want to preface that. Lotus doesn't have any recent trauma for me to capitalize on to get in her pants. She's probably already over her missing kid. So, Listen, game recognizes game. Yeah, yikes indeed. I hated the sentence the most. Look, man, Ace just violated his personal space bubble. Let's not clip that, actually, Valley. Let's not. Ace smiled, gave Junpei a friendly pat on the shoulder, and then turned on his heel and left. Why was Junpei's head hurting so much? I'm wondering that. It was a small defeat, but it was a defeat. Junpei had lost the upper hand, and he knew it. He could feel his stomach start to get tense.
Damn.
The left drawer, let's have a look. Nothing. Right drawer, let's have a look. Nothing. A chair. Clover isn't very talkative. She looks kind of out of it. Is she thinking about Snake? It's a light. I guess she doesn't really feel like talking. She's not really paying attention to anything, is she? Her mind must be somewhere else. A wooden box, maybe a case for letters? Hey, Clover, you ever write letters? Nothing. Okay. This map looks weird. What is it? It's a map of the world, but the Atlantic Ocean in the middle. Probably looks weird because you're not used to seeing it that way. Do they have a different one in Japan where the Pacific Ocean is in the middle? Mods, dig in this man's pockets. Old map of the Atlantic Ocean in the center. There's something on it. Yeah, I know there's something on it. Okay, so maybe they started in Japan, went south and west, southwest, northwest, stopped in New York, then went east and then north. That makes more sense than what I had. Oh, did I just close the paint? Or... No, okay. So, because okay, interesting. Didn't realize it was going to do that, but that's helpful because I forgot that it was there. So, it is not, in fact, this path. It is, let's do this in purple. Probably Japan, south, then west, then southwest, then northwest, all the way to New York, which is not a good idea, and you wouldn't do it that way. I assume Japanese maps are made with Japan as centered as possible. I mean, would it make sense given that the international dateline is in the Pacific Ocean? That would mean that half of your map is on one time and then is suddenly split in the middle by the other half being on another time. There's also no land in the Pacific Ocean that's terribly interrupted by... Well, unless you're stupid like this. It should divide there. But I guess to be fair, I think that's the international dateline, so I guess it makes sense. Anyway, so they went to New York, which is a bad way of doing that, but whatever. And then they went east and then north to the United Kingdom. In it. Oh. What? I think this is a nautical chart. There's this line on it here. I think the line is the route the ship is supposed to take. There are these dots all over the map. Oh, those are probably ports, like for a boat to stop at. Looks like the lines connect the dots. I'm gonna eat my hair if you say it like that again. What? The United Kingdom? Her Majesty's United Kingdom? Wow, didn't know it was Tuesday already. Nothing left in the drawer. A light. Looks like a wilted flower. You look like a wilted flower. That's hurtful. Old map with the Atlantic Ocean, and there are a number of red pins in several locations. What do these red pins mean? Well, the nautical charts I picked up earlier have a map like this one. Maybe one of them matches up to the pins or something. Let's see. Well, what do you know? Looks like this one's a match to the pins. Okay, so we've got 7 locations. Now I'm gonna eat your hair. Her late Majesty's United Kingdom. God bless the Queen. God save the Queen. Terribly sorry. Okay, so we've got 7 locations connected by straight lines, and each one has a word next to it. That's probably the speed. New material has been added to the file screen. Gosh golly, fuck shit. Southwest, southwest, northwest, east, north, and straight. Southwest, southwest, northwest, east, north. Turning Canadian in the end. And the only reason north is up on maps is because it leaves Europe on top. There's an old map that has a ton of mistakes, but at the time was highly correct where south is up. Sorry. I'm trying to think. Because this looks like a Mercator projection. Oh god. I don't know. I don't know what that one would be called. Let me go into here. A compass. It appears to be broken, however. You see, the glass cover has been smashed to pieces. There's another room on the other side of the window. This isn't good. So many drawers, but nothing inside of them. The helm. Well, steering wheel might be a more appropriate term. Looks like this is some sort of clock. It's lock. It's got a, sorry, Freudian slip. It's got a weird shaped indentation on it, huh? The shape, maybe. Does look like the pocket watch would fit here. Nothing. I imagine the pocket watch is intended to go in there. However, we may need to do something with the watch first. What is this? Some kind of display? Looks a little like an electronic scoreboard. I imagine it was added recently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there's 2. Okay. No, this is the wrong one. Okay. We're gonna have to write some things down again. SpongeBob's fuck pants. So we got south, west, southwest, northwest. So have you met? No, I have not. I have not met the captain yet. Northwest, east, north, and then straight. I was humming the SpongeBob theme song because it's a nautical table, and the moment I see the word nautical, I think of nautical nonsense be something you wish. SpongeBob SquarePants. Then drop on the deck and flop like a fish. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. Okay, so we've got full. If it's pertinent, I think you said the time on the stopwatch was 22:05:39. No, I said it was 10:05:39. Because there's nothing to imply whether or not it's AM or PM, so we don't know. So it's safer to just assume, but it's nighttime and not America. Yeah, but you'll find that we don't actually know what time it is because... Wait, we do, don't we? Shit. Yeah, because the clock... Yeah, okay, never mind. Fuck you. Fuck you, Jess. Wait, no, we don't know necessarily that it's nighttime. It could... If it's a murder mystery, of course it's nighttime. That's fair. Full, half, slow, full, half, dead, stop. Okay. I see. I thought it started. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it started in India. I thought it was gonna be that, then that, then that, then that, and then I thought maybe they were gonna stop here. But then I was like, that doesn't make sense. And then I didn't even consider, you know, going all the way to New York from fucking Cape Town, Africa. I think Cape Town is in the wrong part of South Africa. No, yeah, that is Cape Town. Okay, I was about to say. I was like, I think it's Cape Town, but I might be stupid. Alright, so. The compass behind the helm. Yes, I suppose you could call it a helm. Steering wheel might be more accurate, however. Compass. And what destiny does it point us to? I really hope you don't think that sounded cool. Oh. Compass. The needle is pointing north, so we need to go south. Well-polished steering wheel. Looks like it still moves. Okay, so we have not yet figured out that we need to turn the wheel. Ah, a human hammer. They're often used to subdue large men like Seven. What? That was a joke, of course. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Ace, you really kind of suck at making jokes. Aw, that was rather cruel. The thing won't budge. Feels like there's something keeping it in place. What would be the point of moving it? The ship is stopped. What could be the use of steering it? Yeah, I know, still. That's a pocket watch. She sure hasn't been saying much, and she just keeps looking at the floor. She seems kind of sad. Could it be that she just lost her brother? How on fucking God's green is this laid out? Oh, okay, so you're going through the door here to get here. This is not like a rotation. And in fact, this is like the worst way of what? This is not turning then, you're just literally going there. Okay, the spatial of this area confused the fuck out of me for a second there. It's a wooden board with a circular hole in it. This room is just like the other one. Metal plates bolted over the windows. Heck, not just bolted, it looks like they've been welded on. No way in hell are we gonna get those off anytime soon. A desk. Anything in the drawers? Nope. Danganronpa moment. I gotta be missing something. Yeah, I know about the thick iron plate. An engine order telegraph. They used this on old ships to adjust the speed of the ship. Like the gear shift in a car? Well, it's a little different. This device doesn't connect directly to the engine. In short, it's a transmitter. The navigation officer uses it to set the speed of the ship, and it sends a signal to the engine. There's a handle on top of it which can be moved back and forth to... Hold on. There's no handle. You're right, there isn't. It looks as though it was deliberately removed. Looks like the steering wheel moves, so it would seem. I noticed something else as well. What's that? Well, when you move this wheel, the compass also moves. What do you mean? The ship, it's moving. Ah, tricked you, didn't I? The wheel and the compass must be connected to one another somehow. Do you think that's important? Well, let's try turning it again. What? Yes, that's what I just did. Unless I have to, like, go back on each one. South. Then west. No. Then southwest. Then northwest. Then I think because I fucked that up, it's not gonna work. Nothing is happening. Junpei, this is almost certainly one of Zero's puzzles. There must be a clue here somewhere that will help us solve it. Have you found anything? Perhaps something with the points of the compass on it. Yeah, calm down. I got it. Okay. The south. Then west. Then southwest. Then northwest. Then east. Then north. What the? The handle came off. Huh. Stooping so low, are you, Zero? So, I sure hope this handle fits. Yes, it fits. Excellent. That should allow us to operate the engine order telegraph. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so, well, we got, full, then half, then slow, then full, then half, then dead slow. Oh. Yeah, dead slow, then stop. You handled that puzzle elegantly. I hate you. Sorry. Huh? That's weird. I thought I put in the right speed. Did I mess it up? No, I don't think so. Look, something's happened to the back wall of the wheelhouse. Yeah, you're right. Let's check it out. Fort El Paso. There's something on the wall that looked kind of like an arrival board. There are a whole bunch of words on the left side of the display. The hell is this? They're names of ports across the world. I imagine it's showing us the ship's route. You know, just like the ones you might see at an airport. Departing X carrier, X flight, X at X.